When the Rideau Canal was built between 1826 and 1832, a blacksmith shop of a portable nature would have been set up at every lock station on the Rideau Canal. The other artisans, such as the carpenter, the mason, required and needed a blacksmith to make their tools. Without the blacksmith, the bush hammer wouldn't be used for finishing stone, or the chisels for cutting the stone, or the carpenter's tools would not have been made either. So the blacksmith was very important to the building of the Rideau Canal. Of course, after the Rideau Canal was built in 1832, it became a commercial route, and since it was the first canal designed for steamboats in the world, steamboats could bring coal up, and so after that period, the coal could be used.
I'm dressed in the uniform of the Sappers and Miners. Two companies of Sappers and Miners came with Colonel John By to help work on the locks, the 7th and 15th companies. And yeah, the Sappers and Miners' main role was actually to police. They did a lot of policing between the Irish and French Canadian workers who just love to fight a lot, so keeping order. But also, whenever contractors ran out of money or there was a really hard job to do, we were given the job because we couldn't refuse.
Some of the tools that are here are the older tools that they used when they first started building the gates. A lot of these tools were used probably up into the early 1900s. Right now we still use chisels, we still use mallets, we still use a slick, which is, they call that a slick, which is a 3-inch chisel. We still use those for trimming. The lock gates are built in Smith Falls here. Lock gates last between 15 and 25 years. There are 72 sets of gates on the Rideau Canal from the bottom end of Ottawa to the bottom end of Kingston Mills. They go through a process of assessing the rot and damage on the gates, so they're built in a priority basis. It depends on the size of the gate. It's depending about how much water they hold back. Some gates are about 12 feet high, some gates are 35 feet high. And so it depends on how much labor is concerned and how long it takes to build a set of gates. On the average, we probably can build a set of gates in two months if we have our full staff there. At one time, they built the lock gates on site. They would have probably 25 people. We're down now to 3 full-time people who are building lock gates. It's a very satisfying job. It's nice to bring timber in. It's square timber. It's all brought in from the West Coast now. When Colonel By built the canal 175 years ago, he had access to all the virgin timber in the Gatineaus. So all the gates were built out of either hemlock, pine, oak, depending on what was available. I don't really think that Colonel By thought that this canal would be running 175 years later. He built it as a defensive purposes, never used for that, and it's never been shut down for 175 years. It's the longest running canal, continuous to run canal in North America right now. And right now we're in the process of being accepted as a World Heritage Site. We'll know more in June, and I think we will be, which is great for the Rideau Canal. It will guarantee the life of the Rideau Canal, and that's great because it is our Canadian history that we are doing right now.
Yeah, I think most people do realize the importance of the Rideau Canal. It's, of course, we're hoping to see it designated as a World Heritage Site, and I have all reason to believe that that will happen. Hopefully it will happen, and we're very excited about that.